Welcome back to my lure box, folks. In today's video we're reviewing the Clone Prawn by ProLure. Take a look at some of the colours. I've got all the details. I'll give you a real good look at how they swim, all the colours and all the things I love about them, how to fish them, and you will not believe what I catch in this video. Real surprise. Haven't caught one of these before on a lure, so there's lots coming. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get stuck into it. Yep, oh, that's a good hit. Come on. I reckon floody too. Yeah. Yep, there we go. I think so, little floody. Oh, go buddy. I'm just drifting this edge and that's about fourth cast with this clone. Oh, there it goes. That's an easy release. About a 40 centimetre floody. And mate, these things are just going to kill it. I can't wait to show you what these things are all about. They've got a beautiful profile on them. Yep. Oh, just missed it. I think it's smaller brim. I'm pretty sure that was a brim hit there. Yep. Oh, that was a big fish. Just missed a cracker. That was a big floody. It's here. It's back again, maybe. Oh man. That was it. God, that was a good fish. I saw a massive boil and everything. Oh, just got hit then on the stall, right on the bottom. That was brim too. I was just falling asleep. I was just reading the packet. Reading the packet. I was like, oh bang. Mate. What is going on here? Yep, I'm on here. It's about time. Oh, I dropped it. You're joking. Another flatty. Mate, I've dropped that many fish in the last 20 minutes. It's been stupid. You are kidding me. Yes, there's a fish. Well, it feels pretty modest. It is. Oh, it's a legal flatty though, all the same. And that's the start of what it could be a good little afternoon, because I've only had a couple of flicks. I've just come out for the afternoon to test out a new lure from ProLure that I think is just going to kill it. Now let me deal with this crazy flathead, because he's come straight in. He's still got a little bit left in him, but I'm going to try and stay off this bank so I don't spook anymore. Dispose of this, and then I'm going to show you this lure. Oh god, they're so punishing. Alright, well there's my little flatty. Oh, he's just slipped off the front of the kayak. But here's the little ProLure. Have a look at that for a beautiful little representation of a prawn. The little legs off this thing are they just go crazy. And the profile is just to die for. Look at the little tail on that, nice and loose, so it moves through the water, very realistic in the water, and that helps it with its slow fade as it comes down. Now, the way that you want to fish these things, from what I've been doing since I've started, is you want to go for the lightest jig head you can, and this is a 1/6 ounce, like a little TT Headlock's 1/6 of an ounce jig head that I've sat up the front there. But I reckon you could go even lighter than that, and if you wanted to, there's so many things you could do with this. You could rig it with a EWG hook and a rolling ball sinker, like a free swinging one at the front. You could fish it weedless. I think that's going to be probably one of the most effective ways to use this lure, especially chasing barramundi, and mangrove jack are going to smash this, there's no question about it. But today I'm out chasing flathead, and I just want to see what it's going to be like. So it's a bit windy, it's been raining, I've had my shirt off and everything hidden under the seat of the kayak to try and stay dry, or at least get my clothes to stay dry. And we've just had a little break in the rain and the sun's popped out for sunset. So I've got about half an hour left. I'm going to keep flicking this thing around and I'll take you through some of the techniques and the retrieves that you can do to try and turn these flatties on. I'll talk to you about the things that I really like about it and what I think might, could be improved as time goes on with some of these prawn imitations, because there's so many on the market. This might be the best one released this year, I think. Big heavy tree. Is it? Yes, it is. Oh, that's a big crab. I've hooked a I've hooked a great big crab on the ProLure. Not the target species. There's some weight to it though. Mate, it's a big muddy. Oh, it's a massive muddy. It's massive. Look at the size of the muddy on Are you joking me? Mate, that is definitely legal. Definitely legal. What am I going to do with a muddy like this, eh? He's going to snap me off. I've got to be careful, eh? Have I got him in the face? I don't want to snap him off because I don't want to lose my ProLure. It's the white spot one, eh? You have got to be joking. Worst thing is I'm not awesome at handling these. Steady on, steady on, steady on. I've actually hooked him, eh? I've proper hooked him. And it's only 6 pound. Oh, he's gonna snap it. Oh, he's pulling at it so nuts. Look, have a look at this. He's pulling at the jig head. Oh, is it a Jenny? No, it's a male too. Oh, it's a male muddy. You are joking. My little 6 pound fluorocarbon is absolutely struggling. I'm worried I'm going to lose this now. But have a look at this. This wasn't supposed to be part of the review. He's not coming off because I've proper hooked him. It would be a mistake to get him in here. I'm 100% certain because there's rods and everything in here that he could just crunch his way through. Oh, just spinning around. He's doing everything he can to try and. Oh, are you joking? Oh, jeez. I'm such a kook at this. Got him. Alright. There we go. Wow. On the ProLure. Well, look at that. On the ProLure. A beautiful big muddy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a male too, looking at that. Yeah. Wow. Big claws and everything. Now I'm on the way up back up to Brisbane tonight and I'm going to cop so much for this, but this is going back because I don't have anything that I can sit it in. And yeah, look at the way it's hooked. This is a different lure review and I was just wondering how am I going to put this together because I've had so much interest on this lure this afternoon. I've missed a big flathead, trevally, Brim have been smashing it, and I've caught a couple of flathead, some smaller ones, but that's a first for my channel on a lure, a big muddy. I've got a mud crab that I've just hooked up. There's a pod of dolphins that has just come through the creek and it's dirty. I've never seen it before where the dolphins come into a dirty system. I don't know what that's all about or this, but we're going to get into the review anyway. I want to show you how I like to use it, how to fish it, and what some of the options are to catch everything. Because that's what it says. Everything on the back of it says, everything eats a prawn. And well, this is testament to it, I suppose, but we need to talk about the fish. How much flack am I going to cop for tossing this muddy back? It's a male too. I'm pretty sure it's a male. Look at that. You tell me. I thought the male's carapace was a bit more slender. The female's is definitely wider than that. But I'm a little bit unsure because I don't do much mud crabbing. So you tell me. Oh, there you go, buddy. Give me back my ProLure, you dog. Give it back, you dog. Oh mate, I'll be so dirty now if he takes my ProLure. Mate, he's taken my ProLure. I just unhooked him. I've done the right thing by him. Here we go, I might be able to get it back. There we go. We're right. How much flack am I going to get for this? That is a beautiful big mud crab. Don't hate on me, Gary. Alright, well there's a boat just showed up as I've pulled up. I'm going to see if they want it for tea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a male looking at that. It looks like a male. Do you want it?
Oh yeah, we've had that.
Yeah?
Hey, I'll watch a YouTube video.
Oh!
John,
Yeah, cheers!
he gave my son a video like when he was about 5 at a jack competition.
Oh,
He
there
still
you
watches
go.
it.
Oh, how good, eh?
We just dropped him off. He's throwing lures at
Is he?
Yeah, just
Mangrove
down
Jack
there.
now.
Oh,
He's spewing.
brilliant.
Oh, he'll be like,
Mate, so funny,
Yeah,
eh?
mate.
Yeah, really good. How's things?
Good. Are you still travelling around Australia? Obviously not. You're
We've
back.
just pulled up. I've had a couple of days down the coast.
Oh mate, you're a legend.
Yeah.
good little size.
I just
Where'd
let
you get
him
that?
lick your thumb on the way down in the
Yeah,
bucket, eh?
Do you
Mate,
want a
I
beer?
hooked it on a lure. No, you're all right.
That's cool,
Oh,
eh?
mine.
Yeah, I hooked it on a bloody lure.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's a good one.
I'm Blair anyway.
Yeah, John. Cheers.
Yeah,
All right.
Alan and Amanda, yeah.
G'day.
I love your videos.
Oh, good.
Really good.
Yeah, good.
We just
Yeah.
I got a photo of you giving them the DVD. You still watching
Mate,
that?
where's your
That's the
phone?
Canal one.
Yeah.
Where's your phone? I'll
Yeah,
take a
we-
selfie on the
Yeah, do that.
on your
With
phone.
the-
You can
We'll
send it
get
to
the
him. So funny.
Oh yeah.
So funny, mate. I think that worked.
That's
There
good,
you go.
thank you.
Good stuff.
Oh,
No, your videos are awesome. I've been watching all your trip around Australia.
Yeah,
North,
good.
yeah.
We are, oh mate, it was so good. Kids, we've got 2 little kids, see? We took them around Australia for the year. They loved it. Yeah.
What
just
age?
Beautiful. 4 and 6.
I'll show you
Okay.
videos tonight.
Yeah.
We'll eat that muddy. You sure you don't want them?
No.
We'll be eating
I'm
them.
stoked. I was just about to throw it back. I'm like, here's a boat. Maybe they'll be up.
you're a legend.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Good on you guys.
Good on you, mate. Thanks,
All right,
mate.
folks.
Good on you. Hey,
Take
thank
care.
you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
He said he just dropped it or something. Oh, I reckon this is the one.
Thanks again, John.
No worries. Good luck. Right, well that one's a little bit chunded up now, and it's probably not fair to show it like that after mud crab's had a red hot go at it for about 15 minutes, but I just think it's so funny. I read the back of this packet and everything eats a prawn is what's written, and I was just getting hammered by absolutely everything this afternoon, but not able to get them in. And I really wanted to capture this notion of these lures, how everything hits them, but I didn't know how to do it because all I'm getting is hits, and they happen so quickly that it's no good for a review. But maybe what we'll do, I'll put this one on, and actually what I'll do, I'll show you the colours, some of the colour range, because the colours are amazing. Right, so have a look at that. That's like a looks like a motor oil. This one is obviously like a little bit like a white spot, but it's got an orange internal sort of a belly there. This is a real muddy dark sort of a colour, and I love the way they've made the heads very realistic with the colour change in there, and then the eyes, and then you've got this pink one here, which I think is called Crystal Pink. That's what, yeah, Crystal Pink. So obviously, you know, brilliant on flatties, mangrove jack, and I'm sure, well, I've caught 2 barra, but I'm sure the threadfin salmon and bass. But the way that you're going to want to fish these things is by using a slow fall technique, as slow as you can get it. The moment these lures are really working for you is when they're on the drop. Okay, so the more time you can give them on the fall by slowing them down, either unweighted, weedlessly weighted, or you know, or very lightly weighted with a free swinging ball sinker or a very light jig head, that's going to be the best way to go. Now they're 92 millimeters long, so they're not a small prawn, right? They're a very realistic prawn profile for the size of them. They just look so real in the water. And what I might do, I'm not going to be able to capture the swimming footage of it now because it's getting dark with the GoPro, but I might try and capture some of the fall and that sort of stuff out of the pool. So I'll just overlay some of that video footage now just to show you how fantastic these things are on the drop. And you might be able to see that their little legs, they all just splay out just beautifully, and that kind of an action, a slow fall with all of those legs just hanging out, super realistic for a prawn. That's really going to be what turns the fish on. Okay, because there's not a lot of, I mean, there's the leg movement, the tail holds it up, but once it hits the deck, there's not a lot of movement in it, okay, unless you're running it free swinging. What I really like about this lure, and I know the guys who have put these together, right, the guys who have been testing these, they really know their stuff from ProLure, and it's when what they've been able to do with these molds is they give you a locator at the front. Okay, so it helps you get it on nice and straight, and I'll see if I can show you that really close up. But look at the attention to detail in the profile. There's joints in the legs and everything. Okay, they're just amazing. I want to keep fishing this to see if we can catch another flatty. Got a mud crab down there. I hooked a muddy.
Yeah, I was looking at the pots.
Oh, right.
They were massive.
Oh, did you get some in there?
Well, no, they weren't my pots.
Oh, they're not
I
yours,
didn't
but
take
there's some
anything,
in there,
I was
right?
just having a look.
Wow. So there's some in there, bud, eh?
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah. How cool. Yep, just got hit. Oh, mate, it's one of the things of this lure is that it's so realistic with its presentation, those little legs, that there's small fish coming in to grab it, and I reckon they're even about the same size as the lure. So it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, because one of the things I've always loved about, you know, reviewing lures and getting a feel for lures straight up is, do small fish come in and pay attention to it? And if they do, and it's about the same size as it, that's a really good sign that it's got a lot of appeal. Even though smaller fish are easily convinced, when it's about the same size as them, it's a really good tell. Something I've just noticed over the years and years that I've been doing these reviews, and this lure definitely pulls in just basically everything around it. So it's kind of a curse in the sense that the little fish are so interested, they're nipping at those little legs and the feelers out the front. And I kind of lost a couple of the feelers because this lure is so soft. It's yeah, it's a really soft lure, which you want, so you get the maximum amount of action out of it. But it means that, yeah, it's getting picked apart a little bit here. So it's definitely going to come into its own when there's when it's barra and mangrove jack that you're after, because, you know, they tend to hang out a lot of the time by themselves, or, you know, in packs on a snag, and then you're not dealing with the brim and that sort of thing that are going to be picking at it. Or, you know, if the brim do come out and start going at it when you're fishing these around snags, that can kick off the bite, and it just triggers everything to start competing. So yeah, it's kind of, that's what I've noticed with this lure. It's just so realistic and appealing that everything's having a go at it. And in a situation where I'm just you know, fishing along the flats, I'm getting small fish, and it's not having the chance to really get going with these bigger fish. Having said that, right, so I'm happy to go through a couple of these lures in a session to get the bites, and that's a bit of a debate, I think, now that there's all this Elastec and super stretchy material, that, you know, sometimes you want to go out and maybe not lose a lure, or not have a lure get bitten in half and that sort of thing. But the reality is, for me, if I'm getting bites, I'm happy with that, especially if, you know, it's given me a chance to understand what's happening in the system and dial in, and I'm still catching fish. So yeah, that's something that I'm willing to put up with as an angler, is to go through a packet of lures. Is to go through a packet of lures in a session, or half a packet, if they're catching fish. Oh, something's just come at it now. Not sure if you heard that, but there's brim just chasing this thing down as I'm bringing it across the flats. They just love it. Alright, I reckon I might be able to drift now. Just see. Yeah, so I'll be really interested to see the way that people go to rig these things. Maybe with like a little trailing, maybe with a little trailing hook or something like that to help with the hook up across the sand flats. Maybe to pick up, you know, you're going to even be able to get whiting on these things, I reckon, if you hook up a real small trailer right at the back there that's on, maybe on braid or something like that. I reckon, you know, if you're fishing these over the flats, a tiny little trailer that doesn't impede the lure action too much, you might be able to pick up a few more fish. If you're just after those bigger fish, then, you know, you don't need to do anything, and that's how I rigged it. I was really chasing better size flathead today, maybe some trevally, but yeah, it's a very impressive lure, and I think one that's going to, once people start to fish this and dial in how to rig it and that sort of thing, there's going to be some cracking fish caught on these things. Yep, have a look at that profile. Those little legs, the antenna at the front, they just stick up in the water. The way that the legs pour out at the side, oh, I love it. Alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed this review. A few different little bits and pieces in it, and I haven't given it enough time really. I'm going to definitely bring some more to you with some jack fishing with this thing, because it's going to get smashed by the jacks, and I reckon unweighted, skipped in along the mangrove roots, might be the way to go for that. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Giant muddy on the ProLure.